Welcome to How It Is with me and Dave Carabini, bringing to you the best of our tier lists from cheeses to Monster Energy. And we are going to excite your mind, so be ready and willing and able because Dave was going to start with his tier list of Monster Energy and what it brings to the table. And how are we going to exactly get this? And what is your favorite Monster Energy, Dave? That's what I want to know.
Well, Fran, I'm just going to share you the tier list now. So, can you see that there?
Yes, I can see the tier list, Dave.
Yeah,
I'm
perfect.
full visuals. Yeah.
So, what I'm going to
Oh,
do is I'm going to go through them each individually, try and start from the bottom and work our way up. As
so
you
we
can
go
see,
from the bottom and now we're here.
yeah. So, as you can see, the tiers that we're going with
Damn
today.
it.
Heaven in My Mouth will be the top tier. Gorgeous, second tier. It's grand, sure, is the third tier. I'll drink it, but I won't be happy about it. Second to bottom. And then the bottom tier is get it away from me. Don't want to know.
I agree with that bottom tier.
So,
100%. And it's grand, sure. Yeah, that's brilliant. Definitely, yeah.
so,
They're my favourites so far. Even if they're not my favourites.
so I'm going to start off with this one here. Monster Rehab. I'm going to go and get it away from me. Do not like it at all. It's just
So Monster Rehab.
yeah, not for me. Don't like it. Just keep it away from me. I'm happy enough to never see it in my life. If
Yeah.
if I was dying in a desert and needed a drink, still wouldn't have it. Absolutely rotten.
If you were a monster in rehab, it wouldn't suit you, no.
No. Coming on to
Oh,
Monster Original. Controversial. Get it away from me. Don't like
oh,
it. Don't like the classic energy drink taste. For me personally, Fran, to be honest with you, it's not for me. I don't like it. It's not just not for me. I don't really like it. It's very I don't know, it's not very sweet, but there's something not right about it.
yeah. I'm fairly the same. Like I remember when I tasted it first, and I was like, I didn't really see much of a big deal about it at the time. And
Yeah,
I preferred the design of the can to the drink itself.
yeah, I was the
And
same.
yeah, that was more so what was the issue with me. But when the other flavors started to come out, I was like, oh well, they're starting to change the variety now. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
I
Uh,
open my legs.
uh, next one, the local original monster. Again, just not for me. Don't like it.
Yeah,
It's very I don't know. It's lighter than the original, but I just didn't enjoy it. It's I'll talk more in detail about them as I get further up because like I've drank the other ones more like, but the three of them now
exactly.
not for me, not at all. Uh,
Yeah.
Same with Ripper. Ripper wouldn't be for me. All the original ones, the ones that are kind of just energy drinks, I just don't enjoy. Just not for me, and I'd be happy if I never saw a can of them again. To
Yeah,
be honest
no,
with you.
I'm pretty much the same. I actually didn't mind the Ripper too much, to be honest. So
Yeah,
I think I'll drink it, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
yeah,
Would be where I'd put that one now if I was to say it. But yeah,
yeah. So you go in here, is it?
with the Ripper, that's where I'd put it. But
Yeah,
it's your tier list, Dave. I
fair,
should have no influence. So
fair.
you do it. I have
Fair
no
enough.
influence on your tier list. This is your tier
um,
list. I'm just saying that's where I'd put it.
then yeah, moving up the tiers into I'll drink it, but I won't be happy about it. I've got this one here, the citrus.
Oh,
Don't like it.
oh no,
It's very.
yeah, it's grand, sure. That's
It's nah, it wouldn't be me.
that's
I'll drink it, but I won't be happy about it. Just I
fair
don't
enough.
know. I find it like there's no the flavor is too mild in it. I think it's basically drinking lightly flavored water.
It's yeah, like I mean I don't know. I do enjoy a nice tang though, you know, myself.
Yeah, I like when there's a lot of taste, and that brings me on to this one, the ultraviolet. No,
Ah,
sorry,
yeah,
no.
that's got some pooty tang in there.
It's just I don't know. It's just weird. Like it. It's just I don't know. It's like drinking flowers, like or
It
perfume
is like drinking flowers.
or perfume or
Yeah,
whatever. Like, it's just I don't know. It's just yeah. I'll drink it if it's there. If it's the only available drink, I'll have it. But
it's like those you know the little purple violet sweets,
yeah,
but
I don't like them. Yeah,
it's as if you put them in water and soaked it.
yeah, it's like covered in like perfume or something like that. It's just
Yes,
yeah,
yeah, I'll agree with that one. That's actually probably where it should be. Yeah, that
yeah,
should be left there, and that's where it's going to stay.
exactly. Yeah.
I I might actually have just changed my opinion, and I'm going to get that away from me. Uh, just thinking about it because I've only had it really once or twice. No, I've definitely had it more than once, but I just no, it's not great now.
yeah. Moving on, so we're up to it's grand, sure. I'll go with the orange one, the sunrise. I know you love this one.
Ooh, that is heaven in my mouth. That is.
It's see, I do like it, but I just think it's kind of chalky or something like that. You know, it's like it just doesn't.
Dry at the end.
Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah,
just doesn't
yeah,
feel.
it is.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's something that I want to drink all the time.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with you there. That's the truth about it, but
Yeah,
it's definitely tickles my taste buds in a different
yeah.
way.
And now this one, I only had this one recently. Actually, last week was the first time I tried it. Monster Assault.
No, have not had it.
It's like a cola energy drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really really nice. Like
if you were to compare it to a cola, what one would you compare it to?
it's kind of like American cola mixed in with Monster.
Ooh, I was a frequent buyer of the old American colas
So
now.
was I. Yeah, you can get them for like
Oh,
60 cents in
back
Spar.
in
Like
my day. Yeah,
yeah, we used to go.
and they were good. They were
Yeah, they were
definitely
nice. Yeah,
mm.
yeah. So
And
yeah,
they had less of those E's in them, less of those
yeah,
E forms
exactly. Yeah.
numbers.
So yeah, we used to get the American cola in Spar down in Fairview when I was going like on our lunch. On the way home on the way back to school from Hillbillies on our lunches, we used to go into Spar to get a drink.
Chicken Tuesdays at
Yeah,
Hillbillies,
exactly.
best. Yeah,
Oh,
served us well.
with the gravy as well. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the heaven in my mouth.
yeah. So this Monster Assault, it kind of brought me back to that time when I used to
Yeah,
have that. So I'd highly recommend it, to be honest, Fran. It's a good drink. It's a good solid 7 out of 10, I'd say.
I'll definitely take you up on that. I'll get
Yeah,
that in my next travels to the shop,
yeah.
whenever that will be.
Then
Probably not today.
controversially, Ultra Red. I do like Ultra Red. I think it's very nice. It's a nice drink. It actually at one stage was my favorite, but it's kind of gone down the pecking order a bit in recent times.
No.
I don't enjoy it as much. I don't know. Like, I still do enjoy it. Like if it's put in front of me, I'll down that shit. Like, but
Yeah.
it's just not something that I enjoy as much as I did maybe a year or two ago.
Mm.
But,
I love that one now as well. So that's definitely
yeah,
gorgeous for me.
yeah,
If
that's
I
fair.
was to,
That's fair enough. I'd accept it going up there, but just like looking at the remaining drinks on the list, and then the ones that aren't even on this list, whoever made this
yeah.
left out Mango Loco and Ultra Blue, which are actually my two favorites.
Oh,
So yeah, I don't know. Whoever made this, sort your shit out and fucking make a better tier list with more options on it. But
Yeah, god damn it.
this
God damn
brings me on to Lewis Hamilton. Gorgeous, fantastic. Really enjoy it. Beautiful drink of Monster. Highly recommended. I'd get this one a lot if I'm getting a drink. Really, really nice. Really like. It's tops. I'd highly recommend.
Perfect.
Moving on.
I have not had the Louis Hamilton one.
Have you not?
But
No, it's
no,
really good. I recommend it. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have to go for a full lap around the old
Yeah,
shop and see.
we'll have to do a monster hunt.
Yeah,
The video where
that's
we
what
just
we're
try
gonna
all
have
the
to do.
monsters or something.
Or we could
Then
do even a monster egg hunt in a sort of a way, where we
imagine.
put like cans of Monster in different locations around Dublin, and we have to give each other clues to find them.
That'd be gas. Yeah, so then onto the Doctor. First monster I ever had was the Doctor.
Yeah,
The Doctor.
yeah, the Doctor. Yeah, I love the old Doctor now.
Well,
I must
it's
say.
the funny thing
Yeah,
is, I when I was working in Deals, I was walking into work one day and I was parching, and there was just a random monster truck, like like they have the trucks to go around, and there's some
yeah.
lad standing in the
They're
back of
quite
it.
scary now.
Yeah,
Damn, we'll start get going.
yeah. But some lad in the back of the car. They were just driving around the car park. Was walking in, and your man just picks out this ice cold can of Monster, and he goes, "Here, have a nice day." So I was like,
Sweet.
I don't know. I don't like energy drinks, but I'll give this a try because it was free. It's ice cold. It was like 25, 28 degrees outside. I was in the middle of a car park about to start the shift where I was like, oh, fuck this. And then I had this. And nostalgic wise, I'd probably put it in heaven in my mouth. But considering the other drinks that are available on the list, I'm going in gorgeous.
Ooh, you certainly are, Mr. Carabini.
I love it. I do. I absolutely love it. I love that one. It's glorious.
Exactly.
It's like an orangey 7-Up kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, really good. Then the white, ultra white. This is, I think, in the polls overall, this is the favorite of the world. Everyone seems to love ultra white.
Yeah, it's grand sure for me.
You think?
Yeah,
No,
for
I do
me,
really like it. I do really like it.
for myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyway,
For me,
that's where I put it.
For me, it's gorgeous. I wouldn't have it in the upper echelons of monsters now.
It's quite bitter, in a way.
It's like
It's like
grapefruit or something like that. Like,
yeah, it's real. Yeah, I fucking hate grapefruit, but like
oh
as a
really?
drink, yeah. But like that monster is it's all right. But
Yeah.
like I just grapefruit it makes me feel it's like it's worse than a lemon to me.
Fair enough.
The arsehole lips it'll give us.
Yeah. We're down to the last two on this list, but I just want to put out a special mention to the pipeline punch, or is that
Pipeline punch?
the
Yes.
cherry one. Unreal.
How did that come in? You must be plumbing that one out.
It's not here. It's not on the list. Whoever made the list didn't put it in. So yeah, pipeline punch, mango loco, and ultra blue would all be in heaven in my mouth for me. They're all spectacular. But we've only got two left, Fran. I think everybody knows where they're going. The normal pipeline, tropical flavor. This shit is.
Yeah, that's sexy. Yeah, that's.
I could
And I don't use that word very often, but yeah.
I drink that like water. Like honestly, it's just it's so easy to drink. It's so light. Heaven in my mouth for sure. Absolutely spectacular. highly recommend. If you get a chance to get a can, do it. And then
No, I've drank that one. Wow, yeah, this is to the
so,
public.
yeah.
The rest of the world, not just us two here.
So
Oops.
the last one on the list, Ultra Black. Now this is one that it's very difficult to get in Ireland because it has to be imported. I think you can only get it in Body First Nutrition or something like that. It's going up
Really?
here.
No,
Going up here. Heaven in my mouth. Ultra Black.
have not had it. No.
Tang Fastic jellies.
Oh yes, I do indeed.
Just like drinking them.
They were like life. They were. Oh jeez.
Fran,
they were like life.
It's like drinking them. It's just.
That's Is it sugar free?
Yeah, it's a sugar free one. It's the same as the other ultra ones. It's just Fran. If you get a chance to have it, I'd highly recommend. And that's my monster tier list. Minus a few other ones that I think should go in, but I'd highly recommend.
Yeah, I would definitely be sitting Mango Loco on Heaven in my mouth, and
yes, definitely.
You know, that's I love mangoes anyway.
Yeah, I love mangoes. I love the taste of mango. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sweet and succulent, and yeah, it's wonderful. It's just heaven in my. It is heaven in my mouth. That is the definitive one, though. Then it's not there on the list. I think, for myself, just the way it sit on your tongue, and just roam around your taste buds.
It's just like drinking a glass of mango juice.
Yeah,
it's so
it really is
tasty, and I'd highly recommend Mango Loco. Unfortunately it doesn't get into this list. Whoever made the list decided not to put it in, but if you get a chance to drink Mango Loco, anyone drink it, unless you don't like mangoes or being loco. So,
but we're all a little bit crazy, so
true.
A mango is never too far away.
So that's the end of the monster tier list.
And we've got now, up next is our cheese tier list. And our cheese tier list is going to begin. And as we would go through it, what I would put in now for the bottom one is going to be Manchego. Is going to be at the bottom of my list. In gross, yes. It's very dry to me. Like it seems just almost that it's been fermented too long in a way. It doesn't smell that great either. Not that all cheese, not that all cheeses smell great. The worse they probably smell is the longer that they've been matured, and the better that they should actually taste. But there's many ways you can have cheese, in a way. But yeah, so we are going for that one. For there, I've got my honourable mentions that are not on the list, but they will come at the end of this one. So we will go for next, and you can choose, and I will also tell you a bit about the cheese as well.
We'll go for mozzarella because it's the one.
Well, mozzarella is absolutely incredible. Mozzarella will sit at the top, yeah. So mozzarella's a real kind of creamy cheese. It's a fresh kind of cheese, but it's aged, like it's not aged too much. So it's real fresh kind of crumbly cheese. It's enjoyable to taste. It melts easily, and it obviously goes well with a lot of different salads on the top of pizza and pastas. And it's just a great family orientated cheese. Like it's a great household cheese. It's one that you can you can use a lot of. Now, for me, that's where we're going to put it in that list. It is incredible just because of its uses and the dishes that can be made using mozzarella as well on
Yeah.
top of it, and it goes good if you're just eating a little bit of mozzarella on its own. Goes good with a good Pinot wine for all you
Interesting.
sophisticates out there in the world. You know,
Interesting.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's tasty. But Dave, how do you feel about cheese?
I'm not.
With
I don't like cheese. From it's not for me.
no,
I just thought
no.
I don't like it. I think it's very pungent.
Oh God,
I
yes,
find it a
yeah.
bit. I think it's almost like eating like a really rich chocolate. I think it's just there's too much going on with it.
It
Uh,
offends you almost.
oh yeah, like a sensory overload nearly. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
yeah. So it's not. I just don't. I don't enjoy it. Um, I actively avoid eating cheese. I don't enjoy having it. I don't have pizza. I wouldn't have like a ham and cheese sandwich or anything like that. But I mean, I've no issues with other people enjoying cheese.
No, never even on the beach. No, you've never had a ham and
No,
cheese sandwich on the beach.
just ham sandwich for me
Jesus.
from the
So, what
ham
would
up.
you take to a picnic, Dave? Is what I want to know.
Ham bagel
A ham bagel. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Bagels actually. Bagels are
or
good too.
a ham and crisp bagel.
You can have a nice. You can have a nice. Have a nice brie on a bagel actually, and that's where we'll get on to
We'll
brie
talk
now.
to Brie now then. Yeah, where are we putting
We'll
Brie?
talk to brie. Well, we're putting Brie is definitely going up on the top tier of
Yeah,
this little one. Yeah, it's the Brie is good. Brie is a good soft kind of soft cheese. It's really enjoyable to eat. There's not very many cheeses that can kind of compare to a nice Brie. There's many cheeses from across the world. Like Brie is probably mainly comes from France, where Brie originated in the first place. But it's really good soft cheese. Like it's a kind of it's a white rind, so it's like fuzzy and runny, and it's really just has it's really full. It's a real full taste and cheese, and you can have it with m- mostly flatbreads. So you can have brie with would complement it the most,
all
and
right,
then a good coffee.
lovely,
So
interesting.
yeah, a nice textured coffee. A really dark kind of earthy taste to a coffee is the one that I would focus on in terms of what I can eat with it and what I can
Excuse me.
have. But yeah,
Yeah,
Brie is absolutely amazing cheese.
very good. Yeah.
So
What about
for me,
blue cheese? Where are we
blue,
putting?
blue, blue cheese. Blue cheese is definitely going there now. Like blue cheese is going up at the very top for me. Blue cheese is my ultimate favorite. Like it's you can have it, and especially if you have like blue cheese dip, and you get that with your buffalo wings, and you have blue cheese dip. Oh, it really is. It's actually going back to your tier list where there's heaven in my mouth, and maybe the next time, and we'll take a little bit more guidance from Dave. But if you get a good gorgonzola or a good Roquefort, which is it comes from France. It would have been first made originally in Normandy, so we can blame the Normans on the good blue cheese. It's kind of like it has a real like remarkable. It comes in different types of like spreadable cheeses. They're real salty, like cream. Like you can have like it kind of tastes like kind of like unsweetened chocolate. So
All right.
as you were saying, like a rich taste of chocolate. This one kind of like is actually unsweetened chocolate, and it's on black pepper. So, but they're very very divisive uh, types of cheeses, and you can serve them. You can actually serve blue cheese with chocolate, or celery. So that's why if you see like celery and blue cheese coming together and with
The hot wings.
with the hot wings, the way you're supposed to eat them is that you'll dip the celery into the blue cheese after you eat your hot wings. But what I do is I dip the wings in the blue cheese
Yeah, that's
and
what
I
I
eat
see a lot of
that
people doing
way.
it.
Yeah. It's definitely, and it can be paired with a nice a nice stout in a way. So it is really good. It's the misfit of cheeses
Interesting.
in yeah, and it's really it takes a long time to make a blue cheese. Like you could have a blue cheese that could be matured for maybe 4 to 6 years, even
Oh,
longer.
yeah.
Yeah, like for 4 to 6 years it would be pretty high as it is, but there's been blue cheeses that have been matured for 10 years or more,
Yeah.
and that's it's quite
See,
scary.
yeah, see, the
That's
thing about blue cheese for me is like I get wings a lot when I go out for dinner. Um,
yeah,
myself and Emma, my girlfriend, would constantly get. We always go places that do really nice wings, and she doesn't like blue cheese dip. I don't like blue cheese dip. They always seem to give us blue cheese dip, even though we always ask for garlic mayo. They just give us blue cheese dip, and the smell is so. Oh God, no, it's just not like I love garlic. I'm not big on garlic.
yeah,
I love garlic, so I love the smell of garlic. So when the garlic mayo comes out, I'm like, oh, this is lovely. I love the smell of this. Kind of enhances
yeah,
my experience. But then
yeah.
they bring out the blue cheese, and it's like, ugh, oh, I'd be
It's
reeking at the table. Like, oh,
uh I don't know. I don't know. I think at some point you're gonna have to take a dip into the blue cheese and see what it really tastes like. It tastes much different than what it smells.
it's just
That's
I don't like it, Fran. I have tried it. I'm not big. Not big in it. But
yeah. No, that's fair. Once you've tried it, yeah. I was
yeah,
just say
yeah.
if you didn't try it, try it. But if you've tried it and you still don't like it, well then that's fair.
Yeah. Right, we'll move on then, and I'll pick a
We'll
random one.
move on. We're focusing too much on blue now.
It's killing me. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a random cheese here. I'm not even gonna look. Just go there. Feta cheese.
Feta cheese. Right. So if we're going with feta cheese, I'll actually where you put that is where I put it as well.
Yeah.
So creme de la cheese is where that's going. So feta cheese is good. It's almost like tofu, and the way it's made. It's real it's real kind of creamy, but it's crumbly as well. So it's good with a lot of summer salads. So tomatoes, beetroot, and lettuce complement feta cheese well. And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really know too much more about the notes of feta cheese, but I know that it's really smooth. It's kind of it goes well with a really crunchy bread, smoked
Yeah.
kind of
Smoked salmon
it's a
and shit
kind
like
of
that.
like a smoked salmon, yeah, and well, it's really it is. It's just full, it's kind of it's a nutty flavor kind of in a way when you eat it with certain types of foods. It'll give
Yeah.
it'll give that effect on it.
Would I
So
be right in saying
that's
it's
that's as
Greek?
much as I know. It is Greek cheese, yeah.
Greek
It's a
cheese.
Greek cheese, yeah. So it's comes from Greece, and that's obviously where it originated. But it's the way it's made is it's only aged for 3 months up
Okay.
to a year. So but you can serve it. You can serve it and have it at 3 months. It's probably best at about 9 months though of
Okay,
mature of maturity. So yeah.
I see. What about? Oh shit! 1 minute. Ah shit. Hang on. Ooh, the zoom's in there. Kocha cheese. Is it kocha?
Yeah, cottage cheese. I didn't really actually have an opinion on,
Okay.
because I never had it. I never had that. I never had it before. In fact I never even heard of it, to be honest.
So
As
put a,
we'll just put that at not for me for now anyway, because I just don't actually have a really hard opinion on that one. And like, if even if I was to have looked it up or whatnot in the meantime, to really have an opinion on something, I'd have had to have had it. So
yeah, I get you.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. So we won't talk about that one anymore because we don't have any.
No, no, it's gone. It's gone.
Whatever this one is, they seem to have cut out the fucking name of it.
Oh, Feta Germano.
Yeah, no, Romano's there at the bottom.
Or was Romano there at the bottom? Hold on.
Yeah, see, Romano's there. This one is
Right.
Migiano Reggie something.
Parmesan. Oh, Parmigiano and Reggiano, yeah?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, yeah, well, okay. Well, yeah, that one for me, where do I have that in my list? Hold on. I'm just checking my list. So, hold on. I actually had that, because my tier list is different to the one that's actually
Yours
up
is A,
here.
B,
So
C, and D, you know?
yeah, so mine would be in the B, that for that one. Yeah,
So here, decent.
that's it's indecent. It's indecent. It is. Yes,
Decent
yeah,
cheese,
yeah.
yeah, decent.
It's absolutely decent. But yeah, so we've got a country. The country of origin for that is Italy. As you can tell by the name. It's made from cow's milk. So, and you can age it. The lowest time you can have for the aging on that is at least 12 months, in a way. So, which is good, because 12 months, 12 months for that type of cheese, it's a real kind of natural cheese, as it is. So 12 months is, anything lower than that, you won't get the full taste,
Yeah.
so you can actually, so it's actually sold, it's actually sold as parmesan in shops.
All
that's
right, yeah,
that's
yeah,
actually
yeah.
that's actually what that is. So, but so, like, it's a hard cheese. So,
It's basically just an ungrated parmesan.
well, yeah, that's actually the store one. So don't, parmesan is not like the true form of this cheese. Like, the parmesan is actually a broken down version, that so they can sell them in stores,
Ah,
which
right,
is,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so it's a really really protected cheese. But it's aged for a minimum of 12 months, and for the maximum, very very max, is 36 months. So, like, it can be aged for
Two and a half
for
to
up to
three
three
years.
years 2.5 to 3 years, yeah, which is probably the best. I'd say maybe, to 28 months is probably the best time to have that. It's a real kind of crumbly cheese, has great crunch, and deep, like, it caramelly nutty flavors, Dave. It's a really good one. So it's best, like, grated on, like, salads and
Yeah, yeah.
pastas, and the rind that it is, it's a real, and what the rind is like how it's cured, and how it's, taken care of in in fermenting. in fermentation. Sorry. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, it's real like salty. So it's good. It's good for soups. It's so good with soups. And yeah, but that's where that's going to sit for me, Dave.
Fair enough.
It's delicious. In fact, I'd nearly go for creme de la creme for that one. I'm going to move that one up because
Yeah.
it really is. It's actually really delicious. Yeah,
Uh,
it tastes like caramel. It's so
Font-
sweet.
Fontanella. What are we thinking of Fontanella, Fran? You there? It appears I've lost you, Fran.
Husky cheese. It's like a semi soft cheese. So it'll be like thick, like it has a thick kind of like grey brown rind on it, which is it's really yeah, like it's very very tasteful, but it's just not. It's not what I'd believe to be the greatest of cheeses. So for me, I would put it in gross. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. I'll probably give it not for me. I won't put it in gross, but
Fair.
it's definitely for other people, it'll probably be best with salads or best on breads, kind of like a garlicky bread, just because it's made with cow's milk as well. So
Okay. I did just lose you there for a second, but I think I have you back. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. I
Grand,
can hear you.
okay. Yeah, I lost you for a second, but it's grand. I'm not sure if it'll show up in the recording. Kasu Matsu.
Casamarzu. Yeah. So Casamarzu basically is it's a really deep good cheese. So it's like a soft it's a soft white rind again. So it's real fuzzy. And so it's
We've lost you again. Hello.
hello. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Sorry, the wind seems to be picking up again.
Right. Yeah. So Casamarzu is it's a real kind of like deep cheese. It has a soft kind of white rind around it, so it's like a kind of fuzzy kind of feel to it.
Mm.
It's a real texture kind of flavor, but it goes best, I think, myself with like steaks and a nice kind of stout beer would be what you
Ah,
could mix it with. But it's a real full kind of flavor. It's made with sheep's milk, and it's very tasty. But for me now, because I actually haven't eaten that one myself, so I'll just put that for not for me for now because
yeah.
it's just not. I just haven't had it, so I haven't eaten it. I know something about it, but I haven't really eaten it. So,
Alright,
so.
okay. Asiago.
Asiago. Asiago.
I assume it's a Spanish type of cheese.
Yeah, it is a Spanish. Yeah, so Asiago is a Spanish type of cheese. Obviously, from the way I responded to it, but it's not really so much what you would think for what cheese actually is. It's kind of like a substitute cheese. So it's made in Spain, but like it's actually originally from Veneto, Trentino in Italy, but they procure it now mostly in Spain because of the different way that the cows eat over there. So the way that the cows are bred in Spain are a little bit different to the ones
Yeah.
in Italy, and it makes for the cheese to be actually better made. So it is kind of it's an aging, like it goes from smooth, like it's a smooth, fresh cheese. So it's like a very early cheese. So it doesn't have to be matured for that long. Like the maximum should be matured for is about 12 months. So it's a real like crumbly kind of texture to it. It's good in like salads, soups. It's actually great. It's actually great with sauces. It's great with sauces for say like if you're dipping, like tater tots. You could say like it's really good with that. It's real kind of stringy when it's a cheese, or when it's a sauce. So, but it can be prepared, put it in paninis or sandwiches, and it can be melted. It's actually best served melted on
All right.
in a party amount of different amount of dishes. So it's
So where are you putting that one?
Oh, so I'm going to put that one into decent because it is very decent indeed. It is,
Perfect.
and yeah, it is. It's good. It's good, and it's good with a nice red wine as well.
Lovely.
Probably like a Grenache red wine.
Right.
Yeah.
Mimolette.
Mimolette. So
Right.
we're going to put that into decent.
Okay.
Right. So it's that's actually originated in Lille in France.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah, and it's made with cow's milk. It's pasteurized cheese as well. So, its best aging time is around 2 months to 2 years. So, if you were to go back during the Jean Baptiste Colbert's mercantilistic policies, is when it was actually replaced with the very popular name of Edam cheese is what that actually is. So it's Edam, the store name. So and it's really like it can be used. It's best served with like carrot juice or like seasoned with annatto, and it gives it's kind of like a distinct. That's why it has like a real like distinct orange color about it as well. It normally weighs like about 2 kilos normally when you're getting it from when you've obviously put them into the rounds. They normally weigh about two kilograms when they're fully matured, and it's a semi-soft kind of crusty ager. So, but obviously the older it gets, then the harder it becomes. It has it has a grey crust, but it's a real kind of orangey, fleshy kind of feel to it. But it's actually mostly used, like in small amounts as a food coloring to add kind of like an aroma as well, like a flavor to the to it. So we're going to put that into decent indeed, yeah.
We'll try and run through the next few a bit quicker now, because I'm aware that we have
I'll
been
just
recording for a good bit.
See, I was starting to talk. I was starting to talk about them because I knew a lot about cheese, so I'll cut them dry, and we'll just
still talk about the big ones. I'm saving the big ones for the end. I know everything from mozzarella, brie, and blue, but I'm gonna leave like cheddar, Dubliner, Munster, Roquefort, and Gouda and Swiss just for the end, and we can kind of bash through them there at the end. But we'll go Humboldt. Where are we throwing that one in?
Humboldt Fog is creme de la creme. It's a lovely blue cheese, and it's a kind of a dusty feel to it. Real smoked nutty flavors. Real and just it gets down and dirty with the meals that I'd enjoy. Nice onions, onion, lettuce, tomato, and like carrot shavings in a panini, and then just some Humboldt fog melted in on the top of a panini, and that's the way I like it, Dave. That's That's how I've had Humboldt fog before, and I'll continue to have it now. It's actually one that I haven't had in a while, and now I'm going to go to the shop and see if they have some Humboldt fog. And I think they have it in Dunn stores actually, because Dunn stores, Dunn stores has their own. Dunn stores is their own like cheese section up there.
Yeah, in Donamead, is it?
Yeah.
Lovely.
So it's good.
Provolone.
Provolone, yeah, I'll give that an average kind of basin. It's the real for me anyway. It's real kind of dull, boring cheese. It doesn't. It's real kind of plain. It's
Middle
just
of the road, like nothing special about it, kind of thing.
Very, very middle of the road. Like it takes a while now for it to actually mature. Which is, it takes about 18 months to mature. So, like for the sense of it being that it's middle of the road, you'd expect it to have a little bit more of a fuller taste going on about it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just because of the where it actually originates, and what food the cows are given that actually it's able to make the cheese, and it's real kind of light kind of so it's real, like it's a soft kind of white rind again, just like a fuzzy rind, so they kind of like oil it up in a sense, when they take it out, and then they put it back and they let it rest then for the end. So they take it out and they rub it in the oil, and they'll put it back in then to mature for the rest of its journey. But 18 months max, and 6 to 9 months is probably the peak of the taste. Yeah, it's probably the best you'll get it at is 6 to 9 months, I think, in my opinion.
Gruyere or Gruyere, or however you pronounce it.
Gruyere is decent for me. So I'll be putting it in there. So Gruyere is it's a very kind of real deep kind of texture cheese. So it kind of has an orangey feel to it once again. So it's made obviously again from cow's milk. It originates in Switzerland of all places. So bonsoir. Or I don't know, maybe that's Sweden, and I'm completely wrong. But for good evening, but but we've got so it actually comes from Gruyères, which is a place in Switzerland. So that's why it's actually named that in the first place. Again, its source milk is cows. Its aging time is 5 to 12 months typically. So it's very kind of creamy. It's a young cheese. It's not really. It's very earthy. Like, but it becomes more complex as it matures. So it tends to be kind of like grainy. So like you can cut through. It has like small cracks on it or whatnot, and it's a decent enough decent. It is a decent cheese, and it is a decent cheese. It is decent. Like it's definitely a very decent cheese for me, and I'd actually recommend it to a lot of people. So it goes good again with a nice white wine or a stout with some good chicken. So yeah, lovely. So we'll continue on, and we'll
go with cream cheese. Do you count cream? Is cream cheese really a cheese?
Cream cheese is more of like an honorable mention, because it's like the Philadelphias or the Deverly Dunker cheeses, where they're more like spreadable cheeses. They've been made from like other cheese, but you need in order to make shortcakes or cheesecakes, you need cream cheese. You need a lot of cream cheese to make cheesecakes. So
I do like a cheesecake.
yeah, so that's where I would give cream cheese the majority,
The
and
honorable mention.
and yeah,
I think I might
and
move
on
the honorable
crackers,
mentions
yeah.
up here. Hang on. Move the honorable mentions up. Can we move up? Yeah.
Honorable mentions, yeah, honorable mentions would be
Whack it in there in the
definitely
middle.
like I'm a big cheese fanatic, so
I've noticed.
I do. Yeah, so I do enjoy cheese, so not an awful lot of them are going to be gross for me,
Yeah.
because I haven't tasted them all yet. So even if I do read up about the cheeses to find out what they're all about, it's really just down to tasting them and
Yeah, it's all
seeing
personal
what they're
opinion as
like.
well.
Yeah, like that's the thing, like it's all personal preference. So
Yeah.
um whereas for me, but I'll definitely, cream cheese is definitely honorable mention, and it'll stay there along with
Fair.
American cheese, like the easy singles, kind of like
Yeah, that's what
cheeseburger cheese that you've got there. That's more of an honorable mention for me, because the sliced American cheese for cheeseburgers it's just the way it's cut. um it's not really a cheese, like it.
it's
So
not it's
um
on its own, like it's got a bit more of a, like, I don't know, like more it's more the texture rather than the actual, for like the process, is it?
yeah, like it's mainly like it's real rubbery kind of,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
just
like Calvita or Easy Singles or one of them. Like,
it really does. Yeah, like it's really it's just an additive for a bit of texture and a bit of
yeah,
flavor on a burger. Really, it's not
yeah,
like, and the majority of the time it's probably cheddar or mozzarella or Edam slices, which you'll get
yeah, yeah,
of those kind of cuts. But because there's a vast amount of American cheeses, so I couldn't imagine that they're there. Yeah, but yeah.
yeah.
And,
Right. So what about Monterey Jack?
Monterey Jack. Ooh, we'll stick that in with creme de la creme, because Monterey Jack is actually a pretty sweet old cheese. Now it's a have kind of it's kind of like a real doubly kind of made cheese, so it's real raw the way it's made. It's made it's just tasty, really.
Yeah,
Is how it is for myself. Like it's real. It just it's a really, like, it's a Taleggio cheese, or sorry, it's a Taleggio cheese, but it's definitely a different sort of level of cheese. It's kind of like, it's it's good for it's good for really just mixing it in with younger, kind of like younger cheeses as well. So it's made with goat's milk,
okay.
or sheep's milk. So, and it's really nice. I actually, I didn't really know too much about Monterey cheese, other than what it tastes like to me, which was, it was really good on its own, in like with tuck biscuits,
All
the
right. Yeah.
tuck cracker
I do
is
love
is
I do love
how
a toe
how
cracker, I
I
have to say.
too. But it's really good with the tucks. So it's like it's a Havarti cheese. So it's
Yeah,
like kind of real pillowy and smooth, to with an approach. So it's real, um like it's best just, it's real oozy cheese. So if you're not like melting it or grilling it on sandwiches, but it's like a real, like, solid kind of, it's a real solid additive to burgers, or or like just sandwiches, just cheese and normal pan bread, like, so it's real, like, it's just real earthy kind of smell to it, real, like,
yeah,
texture. But basically, you can actually serve it with, like, tomatoes, tomato jam, like seasons, like seasoned breads, like garlic bread, is good with it as well. Or as a Pinot Noir. You could have a real dark wine with it, or a Chardonnay. You could actually have, as I was speaking earlier, or another one you could have which is the Grenache wine again. You could actually have with that one as well. So,
Lovely.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Romano.
Romano, now I'll give that average. Romano cheese. It's good on like pastas. If you were to make like a pasta, if you were to make a carbonara, I'd probably make it with a Romano. To be honest, because just the way it is, it's real kind of subtle. And real kind of, yeah. Yeah, you could do an Impala, an Impala Romano as well. Yeah, but you've been, I'd use it in a carbonara. I know, I wouldn't really be carbonara so much so, but it's delicious. It's obviously it's an Italian cheese as well. So it's comes from cow's milk once again, and it's about 6 months to 24 months maturation on it. So, but it's tasty, and I would recommend it. I'd probably give it a good 6 out of 10 for myself. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Mascarpone.
Mascarpone is actually mozzarella again. So that's going to go with the Incredible. So it's a different type of mozzarella cheese. So mascarpone. It's real kind of tasty. I don't really know what to really say about it other than it's just a different type of mozzarella, like so it's going to go the same. It's going to go the same way mozzarella is. It's just the way it's served differently. It's served with different things. So. But other than that, like it's a creamy like cheese again. So it's you can serve it with like lemon juice, vinegar. It's recognized as a really like common, common cheese. But it is like it's a mozzarella, so it's tasty. It's just the same as mozzarella. Like it's soft kind of texture, and it's all the whey is removed from.
Okay.
All the whey is removed from it, so like it doesn't take that long to age. Like you can that'll be ready in about 3 months. So it's just added with a pint of heavy cream, and you'll be on your way.
Yeah. What about Swiss cheese, Fran? The one with the holes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a real holy cheese. So that's kind of. But for me, Swiss cheese is pretty high level. So we're gonna go and put Swiss cheese up at decent. But there's the funny thing about Swiss cheese, right, is that there's over 450 varieties of them worldwide.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I say worldwide, even though they're home to Switzerland, but it's the way that they're made. So they're like they're actually normally a very extra kind of like extra hard cheese. You can get Swiss cheeses in all types of aging. That's the thing about Swiss cheese. It's very versatile. You can make many different types of Swiss cheese. So from soft to extra hard cheeses. And the one thing about Swiss cheese is that it's mostly depicted in cartoons, for like Tom and Jerry,
Yeah.
in a sort of way, because the reason that is so it's more recognizable as cheese. Like if you just had a block of cheese in a cartoon, and there was no holes in it, like would you think it was cheese at all?
Yeah, true. You wouldn't really know. Like, you wouldn't know any better.
Yeah, and that's because Swiss cheese is the most common. It's the most common of cheeses, but it's also the most versatile of cheeses.
Yes.
So Swiss cheese is technically on paper the best cheese, but for me, I'm going to leave it at
Decent.
decent.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
move on then to Roquefort cheese.
Roquefort cheese is from Normandy. So it's from a good city. The old Normans. The way they
Yeah,
invaded Ireland back in the day. So
it's an Irish
they
cheese then.
brought. Hmm?
It's an Irish cheese then, is it?
No, it's
Is
not.
it?
No. It's
Yeah.
a French cheese. It's a French blue cheese, actually. So we're going to put that up at incredible, is where we're going to put that one. Yeah.
Same as blue cheese then, is it?
Yeah, blue cheese. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the same as blue cheese. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about Munster cheese? As they spelled it wrong here.
Yeah, so Munster cheese is obviously it originates in County Old Cork, down there, right?
Yeah.
The same, yeah. So and Munster cheese is very different because it's like it's a semi-soft cheese. So the way you can feel for semi-soft cheeses is that they're
Excuse me.
kind of like they're a thick gray, they're a thick kind of gray, kind of brown rind to them. So, but it actually the funny thing about it is that it's made from cow's milk again. It has very high fat content, but it was actually introduced. Funnily enough, it was introduced by German immigrants into the United States back in the day. So it's called it's basically it's actually from Munster in Westphalia, and so in Lower Saxony, which was basically the Irish province of Munster, right?
Yes.
But so it's Cork, is basically where it came from, in in that sort of a sense. But it was, yeah, so it was Lower Saxony, and but its current position now, in the world is in France, and it's a real kind of pale kind of color, smooth orange rind to it, and it's real sweet and tasty. It's a real seasoned flavor, so it has a similar color to like cheddar or mimolette, in
Yeah.
that way. But yeah, but
So where are
it's
you going with
definitely
this?
well, I actually haven't had that now myself. So I'm going to just give that to the old
Not for me.
not for me for now. But until I try it, I can't really say any much more about it.
Fair, yeah. We're down to our final three, Fran.
Oh, it gets cheddar from here.
Speaking of cheddar, where we
That
put
was
cheddar?
that was obnoxious. So we're going to no, we're going to put cheddar. We're at the creme de la creme. But cheddar goes with anything. You can put cheddar on
Cheddar
anything.
is the cheese, isn't it? It's kind of
Yeah,
it is
cheddar
literally
is.
the creme de la creme. Like, it's the only one really that I know well enough. You see it everywhere. It's the one that you put on sandwiches. It's just in general, cheddar will be the big cheese.
Yeah,
Without wanting to make a pun about it, because I mean I have other puns to make about cheese.
it's a bit cheesy now. You need to be.
Sorry, it was pun intentional.
That's but yeah, no, it's cheddar. Cheddar is definitely a different cutting of the cheese. It's a sharp taster, but it does go with everything. Um, like I mean, cheddar's just easy, you know. Like you can see cheddar yesterday, tomorrow, or whenever, and cheddar just gets cheddar. It's cheddar than everything.
Cheesy
Yeah,
come,
but it's
cheesy go.
cheesy come and cheesy go. It's just cheesy, you know. It's blown and by in the cheese, you could say.
Yeah.
Strung on in the cheese.
Is there
But yeah,
anything
no,
like you
it
can say
actually.
about cheddar that hasn't already been said? Like it's just the cheese that everyone knows.
Yeah, well, like other than me describing what it is, like what it actually is. It's a white cheese, like, and it's obviously has but it's actually an orange kind of color to it. So,
Yeah.
but it originates in the UK. I mean, if there was anything I could say about cheddar that nobody else has said, I don't think I can. Like,
Yeah.
because whatever's been said about cheddar has already been said. There's nothing more you can say. It's just it needs no words. Cheddar, you know.
It's the Brexit cheese, isn't it?
It is the Brexit cheese, yeah, because it originates in the UK. Somerset officially. It was the region that it was actually made in. So it's pasteurized. Like, it's pasteurized quite frequently, as a sort of a long kind of strip of what it is. But it's has hard. It's a hard cheese. Like, you can just get a block of cheddar and slap it on the table in front of someone and go, "What's cheddar than that?" And like we're overusing the cheddar phrase now, but you can age it from 3 to 24 months. It gives a little bit of a variety. Like, that's another thing. Like, cheddar is pretty versatile as well. For for what it is, but it's I don't know. Like, as it seems to be weird the way it sells, because it actually only sells second, like in behind, in second place. It's second place to mozzarella, and the only reason mozzarella sells more is because it's used in pizzerias.
Yeah.
So that's why mozzarella sells more than cheddar. So you're not going to sit in a pizzeria and some bloke's going to hand you a cheese grater and a block of cheddar and go, yeah, well, we have no parmesan or mozzarella today, so here you go, here's some cheddar. It's just it's not going to be seen in Italian restaurants. So that's why it's kind of coming in second best to mozzarella, and it's not. But I mean, I can put cheddar in my eggs. I can put cheddar in and put cheddar in on my burgers. I can put cheddar in break it up and crush it up and break it into my salads. I can grate it all. I can grate it on anything. It just goes with everything. It's a cheese. It's a cheese that you can put on any sort of dish.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's actually not. It's not even protected by its origin within the European Union. So anywhere in the world can use cheddar to its advantages, in that sort of a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're down to a final two, Fran.
Mm-hmm.
Final two. Dubliner cheese. I always thought this was
Dubliner, goddamn Dubliner cheese. Now, the funny thing about Dubliner cheese is that it's actually made in Cork. So the Cork lads have been brewing our cheese down there for centuries, and it's that's needless to say, as what they have. But they've been down there, making our cheese a reality. and obviously it's become a household name now, Dubliner cheese for the old
I
hard
always
blocks.
thought it was just a brand, though. Is it a type of cheese or is
No,
it a
it's a
brand?
well, it's a brand of cheese, like, but it is a brand of cheese, but it's definitely the way that it's made. You can actually make it an old Dubliner cheese, because it's a robust. It's just cheddar. It's just cheddar again. Like
Yeah.
it's cheddar than anything else.
So we're
Because
putting it
it's
here again, is it?
Dubliner cheese. Yeah, so we're putting it back to where it was. But we'll do it the creme de la creme. But yeah, it is. It's just a cheddar again. But it's a great cheese. Because that's what I was saying about the versatility of cheddar. It's just the way that it's made.
Yeah.
So it's made differently over here. So it's a little bit sweeter, and because our cows over here are grass fed,
Okay.
that it is actually, it's probably better cheddar. So it's, yeah, like
Yeah.
to say it is just better cheddar, Dave. That's all it is.
Fair
I
enough.
can't say much more because I have a lot of Irish cheeses, and lots of Irish brands of cheeses here. So to share with everybody, because we all, during obviously the lockdown, and we're going back out now to the world, and we're going to have to start spending locally. This is what we're going to be having to do, and I'd prefer now just to have a little mention, because I have a list that I made up, for all the Irish cheeses that are available now. I won't go through them today, but I will definitely, I'll go through the names of each cheese, but I won't talk about them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Before you do that, Fran, I just need to ask you, and I know this has been a very good episode. What are your views on Gouda?
On Gouda, it's
That kind of
definitely
cheese.
it's a good one. Mm.
Where are we putting Gouda on the overall tier list?
Gouda's going to go pretty average for me,
Brilliant.
because like I mean, it's I don't know. I'm not really the biggest fan of Gouda, unfortunately.
Well,
It's
that's fair enough. You don't have to be.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. There's not very there hasn't been very many gross cheeses to me that have passed my lips in a way. But yeah, I'm gonna give it an average spin, because it's just, well, no, I think we should. I don't know. I think we'll just give Gouda an honourable mention.
Honourable mention.
Yeah, we'll stick Gouda into the honourable mentions, because I've tried it. I've tried it only a couple of times, and it hasn't really suited me the best. But anyway, it's from the Netherlands. So it's
Also very good.
from a good town in South Holland.
The Netherlands is a good country,
It's a good country. Yes, it is. The old Netherlands. It's pasteurized to sometimes, not all the time, is a pasteurized Gouda, but it's like a semi-hard to hard kind of texture. The way that it's made, it's a real, like, crusty rind, like, so. It's kind of like at the edges. It's a real crispy kind of cheese, to say the least. It's very tasty for people that enjoy it, but it definitely was like different pang for my senses. And it's actually one of the most popular cheeses worldwide, Dave, which is the unfortunate thing
Well,
that it'll have to just go in for an honourable mention for me, and that's it.
yeah, well, that's your definitive cheese tier list there, and
Yeah,
I have to say I've really enjoyed listening to you talk about cheeses. I didn't realize we've actually been. I think we've been recording this longer than any other episode that we've done.
that's actually incredible, Dave, because I've haven't even felt like I've been on this as long. But so
Yeah.
I'm going to. I have cheeses here for everybody to shop locally and try the different cheeses, because obviously I've a range of cheeses here that it is. So there's Koi Stove cheese. Right, it's from Fermoy. It's and it's natural. It's made in County Cork, obviously, by Frank and Goodridge Shinnick. So get down there, get down to Cork, and get some Kosh Dove, which which is some good old black cheese. It's not really. It's just if anybody wants to know the name of it, we can get Macroom Buffalo Ricotta, which is a Macroom buffalo cheese. Funny enough, right? It's the only it's the first ever cheese that was made with buffalo milk, the first herd of buffalo milk, and it was made in Macroom in in County Cork. I is Macroom in County Cork. Now I'm kind of second guess myself. Could be awfully.
You keep talking. I'll search.
No. We need to correct this. But yeah, so Cooley Farmhouse cheese is Coolia, right? Is obviously another one that's from County Cork.
County
And
Cork.
yeah.
Macroom is in County Cork. Yeah.
Right, yeah, no, I was thinking, I thought I was right. I second guessed myself, and I shouldn't have. So Kalia Farmhouse cheese. So it's a mild cheese. There's a Gouda cheese as well, and so this is a Gouda cheese. But get down, try the Kalia cheeses. It's and shop locally. So bring our economy back to what it was. We got St. Tulla Ashlog in a farmhouse. So get down there to St. Tulla Ashlogs, in the Inner Farmhouse, and get some cheese down there. We got the Juris Farmhouse cheese, which obviously it was made developed in 1979, and so get down there to Juris and get your Juris cheese. It's an enjoyable. Juris Farmhouse is where you get those cheese. Shop locally. But you'll obviously get them in your stores as well. They're not just down the farmhouses, but they're in your local Dunn stores, or they're in they're in your Tesco, or but they keep shopping close to home, and in your local produce, so fresh fruits and stuff. Crozier, the Hosier blue cheese. No, it's the Crozier blue cheese, but it's but definitely this one, right? It was made by J and L Grub. So get down there and maybe they'll sing you a song or two. I don't know, but I don't think Hosier will be available. But we got Cattle's whiskey cheese. Now I mean it's made in Kilbeggan, so it's Kilbeggan Irish cheese, and it's made with Kilbeggan Irish whiskey. So that is the definition of Irish cheese right there. Is get those whiskey notes in for all you cheese lovers out there. And then we've got on the Dingle Peninsula, we've got this cheese. It's called Deliscus, and it's absolutely delicious. I must say, I've actually had that cheese. So it's actually infused. It's infused with seaweed. So it's made with raw milk, and it's stirred and matured in a 200-year-old stone house, which is funny enough that we can do it. And then we're back, and we've got another two that I forgot to mention, which was Kilree Gold, which is you can get in the Nocturne Farmhouse, a semi-hard goat's milk cheese. So we love our goats out here. You know, we'll love to see them grazing on the old gradient hills in the west and the centre of Ireland up on the hills. They love to watch us, the old billy goats. And we've also got the Wicklow ban, which originates in Wicklow. It's a mild in flavour, but get shopping in your local produce for
We'll leave a
all of
list of
your
them down below as well in the description of all of these local cheeses. If anybody wants to check them out. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a good place to end it anyway. Thanks if you've stuck around for the last hour and a half to listen to us talk shit about Monster and cheese. Thanks very much.
It's amazing. And listen, if you've got any queries or questions, just don't forget to ask us, but also don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and click that push notifications button so you know when we're coming on board. And maybe, you know, in the future weeks, we will get. That's kind of suggestive, Dave. You know, down with this sort of thing.
Careful.
No, we're well in a different context to what it is. But
as Fran said, just if you could please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how we can improve. Still learning. It's only our 4th ever episode. We promise you, we will try and make them shorter. We just love talking shite to each other for hours on end. But yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed this. I hope you have too, Fran, and I hope the people.
I've absolutely enjoyed it. You know, in fact, it's funny because you kind of learn. I learned as well from the tier list that I ordered. That was put in place. I realized what I knew and what I didn't know, and so I'm going to start making some moves now as to how we're going to move forward on our podcast, and hopefully that the public will enjoy hearing us a little bit more, and that you know, if they've got any suggestions, we're here to take them, and we're coming for you to tell you how it is.
If you have any tier list suggestions that you want us to do, if you want to know our favorite Disney movies, favorite video games, consoles, whatever, let us know in the comments. We will probably read them because we don't get that many anyway. Yeah. So like, comment, subscribe,
and maybe one day we can be in your tier list of podcasts.
Ooh,
hopefully.
Imagine. Ooh. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, listening, and everything else. And thank you. That's how.
Thank you very much. Take care, guys, and stay beautiful.